MX Bikes. Man, do I love this game. It's the best motocross dirt bike simulator game out right now. Some people are playing Call of Duty, some play Fortnite, but if you like dirt bikes, you should play MX Bikes. The amount of content that exists in this game and is still being released for free is wild. This game just does it all for me. It checks all the boxes for my dream motocross game, and this video is about why you should be playing MX Bikes in 2025. And that brings us to MX Bikes in real life. It's probably why the majority end up playing this game in the first place, because we love dirt bikes. So you want to play a game that relates to riding dirt bikes in real life, and MX versus ATV just ain't cutting it. So, boom, you're playing MX Bikes. I'm sure watching me on this GoPro, you're like, man, this guy's kind of slow. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I'm not the fastest guy in the world, but I'm like C-class, lower end of it, so, I mean, I'm a lot faster in game, so I'm sure a lot of you can relate to that. I think MX Bikes does a great job of making you feel like you're on a dirt bike and giving you that sense of speed and skill progression. And, there's no other game that really compares to that. If you're someone who can't ride a dirt bike, let's say you can't afford one, or maybe you live in an area where there's nowhere to ride, or oh, maybe you live in Washington State in the Pacific Northwest and it rains all the time, so all the tracks are closed. Maybe you're someone who's physically unable to ride a dirt bike. This game can kind of give you that fix that you're looking for and make you feel somewhat more involved in the sport of motocross, because the community of MX Bikes is so big. And I mean, there's just race teams, bike creators, track creators, content creators. It goes on and on. If someone wants to be part of a community of people that love dirt bikes in a virtual setting, this game is it. So you go to the Steam store and you look up MX Bikes. Oh, MX Bikes, there it is. Ooh, check out the game, 35 bucks. Man, what a steal. All the reviews are positive, except for like 2. Great game, right? So, you hit buy, you hit play, and yes, I have over 1,400 hours. See, there's some proof. And hopefully you're playing on an Xbox or PS4 controller, because if you're not, you're in for a fun time. And by fun, I mean not fun. Go out and buy an Xbox or PS4 controller. And apparently everyone says the PlayStation controller is better, but I beg to differ. I like my Xbox controller. Alright, Paboso splash screen. Okay, what is this? You're like, what's with this goofy ass looking KTM and this goofy ass character and his goofy ass boots and goofy ass gear and mega goofy helmet? What is that visor? Like, what even is that? Paboso goggles? What is Paboso? What's a Paboso? Alright, you start your first game on the basic practice track and
Down goes Pike!
And finally you're like, okay, there's no way I can be this bad. There's no way. This game cannot be this hard. It must be something with the bike setup. That has to be what it is. There's no way it's this hard. I bet that's what it is. So you start messing with your suspension, and you start changing the compression clickers, and the rebound, your high speed. You look up some YouTube videos. What's a good setup? A good MX bike setup. You watch a lens video. Oh, okay, that's what the problem was. I'm not gonna install OEM bikes yet. I'm gonna try and figure this out with the stock setup. With the stock bikes. All right, now time to bubble scrub everything in sight. You're about to go James Stewart mode. Well, you still suck. Hey, you know what? I suck because I haven't put enough time into the game. And also, I'm riding a stock bike. What the hell am I doing with my life? I want to ride a real bike, like I ride in real life. You start watching YouTubers like Reaper Doc and Lens, and you see, like, you know what? They're riding the real OEM bikes. It looks like a pain to install, but I'm actually going to figure it out now. You start messing with your control settings and get things set up like some of the more popular players, and you finally start feeling comfortable. Then your hard drive craps out and you lose your setup that you worked so hard to refine. Just a little tip, don't be like me. Take a picture of your setup on your phone, or somehow have a backup of your setup, because if something stupid happens, you don't want to lose your setup and the game doesn't feel like
dog crap after you try and, you know, clone your setup, but you can't remember the numbers, so it just doesn't feel good at all.
So yeah, don't do that. Alright, so you're getting sick of the basic MX Bikes tracks, and you want to start riding the cool tracks that you see on YouTube, like Walnut, Polita V2, RM14, KI Tracks, KMX Countryside. Alright, you get the drift. There's tons and tons of tracks on here. I mean, it's ridiculous how many tracks there are, but yeah, lots and lots of tracks. So this is pretty much how you get hooked on the game. But let's talk about what makes the game so great. Why does MX Bikes never get old? Why do I have 1,400 plus hours? Why do people have 5,000 plus hours? Why am I making a video on this? The best thing about MX Bikes is, well, the bikes. I mean, you can really ride any bike that you want. This is a 2007 KX252 stroke. You can throw any type of graphics you want on it, anything, any stickers, colored plastics. I mean, right now I got the Ricky Carmichael #4 graphics on it, but you know, you can ride a 96 CR250, a 97 CR250, like pretty much any bike you can think of, you can ride in this game. If you can think it, you can make it, you can ride it. Oh, and I just gotta point out, this Fox gear is just super sick, and I really wish I would have copped a pair before it all went out of stock. Yeah, missed out on that one. So most of the time I rip the 23 KX450 with a little free ride setup, and you know, just like to throw some fat whips here and there.
My new bike is amazing. Riding it is like nothing I've ever ridden before. My relationship with my new bike seems to be great. I've been told I'm the best to ever ride it. But I feel like my new bike is wanting a new owner. What should I do? Hashtag Big Boar.
All these bikes were free, and the best part is they were all community made. See that in the bottom right there? MX OEM bike pack? Yep, every bike you can think of, free. 100% free. Looking at some of the bike packs for games like MX vs ATV makes me pretty thankful for games like MX Bikes. I mean, $4.99 for a KX250F and the KX450F, $8.99 for some Yamahas. Who's trying to spend $10 for a bike skin? Another $4.99 for just some Huskies. After buying the base game, I'm not trying to drop another $30 to have real bikes in my game. And I'm not trying to make this a hate fest on MX vs ATV. I get it, they have bills to pay, and I think those bikes are officially licensed or whatever, so they pay money themselves to offer those bikes to the MX vs ATV community. I love that I can just go to mxbmods.com, click OEM bikes, and boom, download all of them for free. 2 strokes, 4 strokes, vintage, it's great, and free. Alright, I'm not saying free anymore. We even have pit bikes and all kinds of other crazy creations the community has made. And also, don't forget, there's like hundreds of graphics kits to choose from, and you can also make your own. Kind of hard, kind of a pain in the ass, but you can actually do it and create anything you want. If you're trying to figure out how to make your own bike graphics on MX Bikes, I highly recommend going and checking out this video by Ian MX. He explains what programs you need to download to create your own graphics and just shows the trial and error and all the things you need to do to create your graphics for your bikes. So if you're like most people and you just don't have the time to create your own graphics and do all that stuff, then you can just pay someone like 20, 30 bucks, maybe 40 bucks, 50, depends how good they are, and they'll make you your own personalized graphics kit and even copy what you got in real life and make it look pretty cool. Then you don't have to spend all that time trying to figure that program out. Ultimately, MX Bikes is pretty much the Forza Motorsport of customization when it comes to customizing your dirt bike in a video game. You can literally do anything, and I think that's so awesome. The fact that we have a game that you're able to create anything you want is just rare these days. Just like the bike graphics, you also have access to like thousands of gear combinations. What's your favorite gear company? Fox, Shift. I mean, we got Alpine Stars, Fly, FXR, One Industries, O'Neill, Fast House, Thor, Liat, Seven, and like plenty more. You'll never get bored with what gear you're wearing because you have so many options. There are even in-game gear brands that contest the real-life brands that we have. Brands like Valor, which is my favorite, Ariel, and Holdfast gloves. You got plenty of gloves to choose from. Want to start your own in-game gear company? Well, here's the perfect chance. People that create these kits are players just like me and you. And of course, there are helmets, chest protectors, boots. And you can even wear hoodies and jeans and a pair of Vans if bike life is your thing. I mean, there's a whole bike life community apparently. I don't think I really have to go on a big spiel about the amount of tracks in this game. I mean, I feel like it's something that's pretty well known to most people that have interest in playing MX bikes. But you'll never have to worry about not having tracks to ride. There's so many free tracks on MXB mods that I don't think you could even have the time to ride all of them. And you can head to MXB shop and get the more premium tracks if you feel like spending a couple dollars. But I will say, don't be that guy that just starts out playing the game and sticks to tracks like Forest forever. Go ride all the tracks. There's so much content out there for you to enjoy. Please don't limit yourself. I mean, you can ride anything from national replica tracks. I mean, who doesn't like Bud's Creek? Look at the amount of detail in this map. Like, there's a freaking circle track in the corner like they have in real life. There's Supercross tracks. Every year there's a massive replica Supercross series, and every track that you see in the Monster Energy Supercross for the season is released on the game. So you literally ride every track that the pros ride. And I mean, we even have Arena Cross. They even make other like fantasy Supercross compounds. It's crazy. Free ride compounds. I mean, there's this guy named SB Suki, and he makes the best free ride compounds. But I think Pelster also is right there with him, so he just came out with this new track called The Hills, but I haven't played it, but it looks pretty awesome. Local amateur replica tracks. This is a track called Baja Acres, which is located in Michigan, but it's a replica made by her and MX, and this guy just makes the best tracks in MX bikes in my opinion. He's the GOAT. He's the GOAT of track creators, and yeah, this track's free. It's his final revision of Baja Acres. I mean, just look at it. There's so much detail, so many little Easter eggs, and his attention to detail is just crazy. Sand dunes. If you're trying to be like Seth Enslow and Krusty Demons. Mountains. For all you off-road GNCC type people out there. This is also a pretty good free ride map, so there's some cool lines on here. Training facilities. I mean, there's multiple compounds like this, but I mean, this is the Baker's Factory where James Stewart, Ryan Dungey, Ryan Villapoto all trained, and like I said, there's so many different compounds that actually exist that are in the game. The list goes on and on. If you can think it, it has or can be created on MXB. Or on MX bikes. And I didn't really cover the competitive racing scene in MX bikes, but it's ridiculously huge. I mean, make an account on mymxb.com and you can see where you stack up. Typically there's a couple races every night that you can try to qualify for, whether it's amateur supercross or a race tech professional motocross series that just ended. And I mean, just trust me when I say these guys are fast. Also, if you're going to be doing a race, especially like a 20 to 30 minute moto, make damn sure that you fill up your fuel tank all the way up. I mean, fills up 2.50 plus. Like, you do not want to run out of fuel like what happened to me in this race. You know, I would lead this race. I come out on the gas 125, which is the slowest 125 on this 125 race on Dreamland. And I was so hyped, man. It was like a 30-minute moto. I'd never done one before. And as you can see here, I got knocked back to like 6th place. And I was getting a little like, whatever, you know. I'm still battling. It's getting towards the end of the moto. I got a couple laps to go, 1 or 2 laps to go. I scrub this jump, pull a tear off. I'm going. And I'm like, man, I think I got this. I think I'm going to get a top 10. Maybe even a top 5. I might catch these couple guys in front of me. Got this sand section up ahead, and yeah, I'm giving it my all. I'm like, I got this in the bag, and sure enough, man.
Oh, I'm coming for you, boy. Oh, I ran out of fuel? Oh, no. Why? How did I run out of fuel?
Yeah, so fill that thing up. I mean, click, 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 click. Fill it up to the top. Don't let that happen.
Gonna be wild. Let's do it, boys. Yes, sir. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That's peak mxbikes right there. That is the gameplay that I was looking for. Let's see if we can. Oh, man. It's a little. Ooh, that was pretty cool. It's like a Beyblade. You know, it's
So yeah, you're obviously gonna want to avoid races like that. You can head over to mymxb.com and make a free account. Go ahead and create your little account on there, and you can go through all the race series. There's so many different series you can choose from to race in. They have races all throughout the week, any weeknight, any weekend night that you want, and you know, compete for points and stuff like that. You know, typically the public races, man, they're hit or miss. Like, there's a lot of times people just, you know, send it into the first corner and crash everybody like that just happened. But once you make an account, you can go to mymxb and, you know, head to the race list and scroll down, and you find, you know, like here on Friday, find you a race that you want to do, click it, and then go over, pick your well, you register for the race, pick your number, and then you have to confirm your registration, and after you do that, you're good to go. So then you can get into some funner races where it's not everybody just crashing everyone actually kind of cares, and it's just a lot more fun that way. So we've talked about all of the tracks, gear, racing, bikes, mods. Let's come to a conclusion here for the end of the video. Obviously the community makes this game what it is today, no doubt about that, but the gameplay is everything I've ever wanted in a motocross game. Something that's kind of a pain in the ass to get used to, but you always keep getting better and better. Skill ceiling in this game is practically unlimited, and I always look back at my gameplay from a couple months ago and think of how much better I am now. A true sense of progression. We get regular updates thanks to the community. OEM B19 just dropped as of today, 10/14/2024. So we have updated bikes, improvements to handling. Riders Plus is a super cool mod which makes rider animations a little better. That just dropped like a month ago. Insane's custom rider animations, which lets you do hand waves, flip offs, gun fingers, and even throw some leg swag. That literally came out while I was making this video, so there's no telling the stuff that this community will create over the next couple of years. In MX Bikes, you'll find yourself in the days doing lap after lap trying to beat your best time, or the fastest guy on the server, and then you realize 2 hours have went by and it's time to go to sleep because you have work or school in the morning. That's what kind of game this is. At 1400 plus hours, this game has definitely become my go-to comfort game. There's just nothing like hopping on bikes with some friends after riding in real life at the track all day, or just loading up a free ride map and chill riding for a couple hours after work. And when Supercross season starts, it's so much fun riding the same tracks that the pros do in real life. When it's too cold to ride in real life, you can just hop on the game. The game offers so many different varieties of gameplay, I probably didn't even cover all of them. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you already have MX Bikes, then thanks for sticking around, but if you don't have MX Bikes or you're new to the game, hopefully this provided you with some good knowledge and insight, and you'll give MX Bikes a shot. If you need help kind of getting started, or you just want to rip some laps, join my Discord server, the link is in the description. I've been wanting to make this video for a really long time, so if you enjoyed what you watched, leave a like and subscribe for some more. Oh, and follow me on TikTok, because I've been posting a lot there lately.